Hey YouTube, Fred Sumner here again. Still in the man cave. Today I thought, along with a few other videos that I put up, well, I put one up, I'm going to put up more today. But today, on this episode, I've decided to show you, I've upgraded. I still carry my bushcraft knife. I still carry my Mora and my K-bar that I showed in one of my other videos. But, excuse me, Mountain Dew. I decided I wanted something a little bit more. So what I went and did was, I went and bought me an old hickory butcher knife. Everybody knows these. There's tons of mods on here. I didn't, as you see, some people, they'll cut them down here and make them like a Kephart style knife and all that. I decided to leave this one a little bit long. I just didn't do anything to it. I haven't mustard it or vinegared it to patina the blade yet. I've only had it a couple months, so I really haven't done too much along that lines outside of going out and splitting wood, that sort of stuff. You know, bushcrafting, making feather blades and everything. But what I did was, I got this one, and I put a few little personal touches. I put some silver pins in it, tacks in it, I mean, and I burnt some symbols on it with my soldering iron, as you can see. Makes it unique, makes it mine, more so than what everybody else, you know. But then I started thinking, well, I'm going to have little jobs that I need to do that I don't need that pull that big one out for. So I sweet talked my wife where she works, and I had her get me a old hickory paring knife. Now I matched it to my big one by putting tacks in it and burning some symbols on there. So you can still see their old hickory. It says it right on the handle. There's no doubt about that. But anyway, so now I have a big one for doing the heavy chores, and then I have a little one for whatever, you know, maybe making notches, so forth, so on, so on. And redundancy. This one will split small branches. It'll process very well. I've done it. Now, you can't obviously go beating on this one as it is a full tang, obviously. And this one is only an inlet tang. So, but you're not going to try to split a 6-inch log with this either. Now, I know a lot of you say, well, what do you need processing little sticks like that for? You never know. Things happen. But anyway, this will perform just about every job that this performs. But again, as Mr. Canterbury says, redundancy. So now I have redundant. You can, and I bought this one on Amazon for $11. Free shipping, because I'm a Prime member. $11. That's a hell of a deal for a bushcraft knife. Especially one of this caliber and this heavy duty with a history of old hickory. They've been around forever and a day. So, there it is. I mean, come on. $11, bushcraft knife, you're set. And now I'm not saying before all you hardcores out there go blowing up my brain with, oh, you get a $500 knife and blah, 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 blah. You're right. There are some extraordinary $500, $600, $700, $800 knives out there. But one of the things that persuaded me to get the old hickory was simply to the fact that if I lose this, I'm out $11. If I break it, I'm out $11. You know, and I'm not a rich man. And everybody says, well, you can save up to get a $300 knife. I lose a $300 knife, I'm going to be pissed beyond belief. I lose an $11 bushcraft, old hickory bushcraft knife. I lose an $11 knife. I'll be mad, but I can get another one on Amazon tomorrow. Not a big deal. One of the things that I did do, though, you can, on Amazon, I should say, buy pre-made sheaths for these, and they'll fit. You just measure the length of the blade that you bought, and they'll get a full slide in for another Hell, I think it's another $11 you can get a pre-made sheath for that. But since I'm carrying 2 knives, I decided to put them on the same sheath. And this one is one I made. You can see it's got the basket weave design in it. Now, I am no professional leather worker. That's obvious. But I added a ring up here, okay? If you want to make it a dangler to hang off your belt, put a D-ring through there, boom, it'll hang. I also put, as you can see, a belt loop on here. Continued the pattern on the back side. Heavy duty stitching all the way around. That is a deer skull I got from a doe last year. I took it and cut it out, scraped it, and bleached it, and just added it on there for decoration. But this is the pocket for the little one. There. Now they're together. It will fall out, but when you put the big one in, it puts pressure on it. There you go. Anyway, I put a welt in it to protect it, as you can see. And I got that welt a little bit up in there, but that's all right. It still works fine. But that is the sheath that I made for my old hickory butcher knife. I bought this with the tool. I'm not even going to go into the price for that, because with the tools and the stitching and all that other stuff that I've already had, it wouldn't be fair to try to give you a cost on the leather. But the leather itself was probably $12 for a 12 by 36 sheet of vegetable tan 7-ounce leather. So this is heavy duty leather. I know a lot of guys carry Kydex, and there are a lot fancier rigs out there, but this is what works for me. Kydex is nice, but I found that if you get some kind of grit or something in it, it will scratch your knife when you're putting it back in the sheath. To me, that just didn't seem right. You know, and yes, leather gets wet. Yes, it stays wet for a long time. But I prefer leather. Bottom line, that's all there is to it. I just prefer leather over Kydex. I made a Kydex for my K-bar. I didn't like it, so I bought more leather and made a sheath for it. It's right here, attached to my OBE. There. I just prefer leather. You put some mink oil on there, something like that. Soften it up a little bit, treat it. You're in business, man. And that'll last a long damn time if you take care of it. And if it breaks, you can fix it fairly easy. Whereas a Kydex, you need a heat gun, you need this, you need that, and all this other crap. Leather, all you need is another piece of leather and some stitching tools, and you're in business. You can make another sheath in a matter of, an hour, if you have any kind of skill at all. Even if you don't, there's so many YouTube videos out there that will show you how to do it. So, but anyway, that's my updated bushcraft knife. An old hickory. Double old hickory, I guess you could call it. But anyway, so there it is, folks. Like I said, questions, comments, leave them down there. Talk to you later.